Ford F-150 inherits 3 new or updated engines, a more handsome face, and more available active safety technologies for 2018. The aluminum-bodied, steel-frame F-150 was our choice as the top pickup among our 2017 10 best trucks and SUVs, and the 2018 model improves on its strong base. High is still the best driving position among full-size pickups. EcoBoost engines offer excellent power. Base engine finally is modern. Low's diesel won't be available until spring 2018. Just after the truck's more horizontal headlight and grille design live the most significant changes. Starting at the bottom of the lineup, Ford has downsized the F-150's base, naturally aspirated V6 from 3.5 to 3.3 litres by reducing the bore. The stroke stays the same. The engine now features port and direct fuel injection, a much higher compression ratio of 12:1 up from 10.8 to 1, and reduced internal friction. Peak horsepower jumps by 8 to 290, albeit 250 revolutions per minute later at 6,500 revolutions per minute, just shy of redline, and torque increases 12 lb-ft to 265 and peaks 250 revolutions per minute sooner than last year at a still high 4,000 revolutions per minute. The 3.3 litre is standard on the XL and XLT, but is unavailable otherwise. Next in line is the EcoBoost twin-turbocharged 2.7 litre V6. A $995 option on XL and XLT and standard on the Lariat trim level. It qualifies as second generation by Ford's measure, keeping its fancy compacted graphite iron and aluminium block and boasting the same dual injection capability as the 3.3 litre, as well as a new exhaust gas recirculation EGR system and reduced internal friction. Peak horsepower holds at 325 and is available 750 revolutions per minute lower in the rev range at 5,000 revolutions per minute, while torque jumps 25 lb-ft to an even 400 and peaks 250 revolutions per minute sooner at 2,750 revolutions per minute. Ford left alone the other available EcoBoost, the twin-turbocharged 3.5 litre V6. As well as its higher output sibling that powers the equally unchanged F-150 Raptor, as that engine was new last year. The 375 horsepower engine is the burliest in the conventional F-150 range, and a steal at between $600 and $2,895 when added to the XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum models. It is standard on the range-topping F-150 Limited. Compared with the updated 5.0 litre V8, $1,995 extra on XL and XLT, $1,000 on the Lariat, and standard on the King Ranch and Platinum. The 3.5 litre dominates with a whopping 470 lb-ft of torque. The 5.0 litre inherits the same port and direct fuel injection capability as the rest of the F-150's engine range to produce 10 more horsepower and 13 more lb-ft than before, for totals of 395 horsepower and 400 lb-ft. Ford's 10-speed automatic transmission is no longer exclusive to trucks with the 3.5 litre EcoBoost. That gearbox replaces the 6-speed automatic that was previously paired with the 2.7 litre and the 5.0 litre. Ford kept the tried-and-true 6-speed automatic for the 3.3 litre V6, citing cost and drivability goals. With help from the engine updates, the new 10-speed, and the stop-start feature that's now standard on all F-150s, estimated fuel economy numbers edge up by 1 or 2 miles per gallon for every powertrain except the carryover 3.5 litre EcoBoost. Expect bigger fuel economy gains from the upcoming diesel V6 option, a late arrival due in spring 2018 that we haven't yet had a chance to drive. Behind the wheel, incremental though they are, Ford's powertrain updates are welcome. The 2.7 litre EcoBoost V6 is now even more appealing, thanks to its punchier torque and the wider ratio spread of the 10-speed versus the old 6-speed. The small six-cylinder sounds great under load, too, and emits a satisfying turbo whistle when the driver really sticks the spurs to it. Traditionalists, for whom Ford continues to offer the 5.0-litre V8, likely will be more pleased by the continued availability of the big, naturally aspirated engine than concerned about the marginal improvements to its performance. It feels much the same as before, meaning its low-end torque isn't as satisfying or as early to arrive as the EcoBoost engines, which match or outgun it in this regard. Still, there's no beating the 5.0's muscle car soundtrack and linear, old-school power delivery that builds thrust to a crescendo near redline. As we noted in our test of the 2017 F-150 with the 3.5-litre EcoBoost and this same 10-speed, with so many gears to choose from and the ability to lock, unlock, and even partially lock its torque converter to maximize efficiency or to smooth over a shift, the transmission can stay busy no matter which engine it's bolted to. For the most part, one must consult the comically long string of digits from 1 to 10 displayed in the gauge cluster to track the transmission's behavior. In normal driving, the transmission skips gears when accelerating and decelerating to avoid shift pileups, and it runs sequentially through every single gear only under full throttle or when driven gently, as during, say, the EPA's fuel economy testing procedures. Busy also describes the 6-speed automatic attached to the new 3.3-litre V6, although for different reasons. Lacking the broad and flat torque curve of its turbocharged siblings, the V6 forces the 6-speed to shift off and to keep up momentum. We drove two F-150s with that engine, a stripped-out all-wheel drive, extended cab F-150 XL and a 4-wheel drive, crew cab XLT. Both felt slow, a condition exacerbated when we loaded the crew cab's bed with a 1,200-pound bundle of horse feed. We suspect that Ford's decision to go with the 6-speed in the base trim is its way of keeping the opening price as low as possible. As it is, the 6-speed makes the most of the V6's output, the larger gaps between its ratios enabling the engine to wind out a little more. Its sport mode in addition to a traditional tow-haul mode is even snappier, usefully hanging on to lower gears, reducing the need to dip further into the throttle when encountering hilly terrain. Lead-footing the 3.3-litre has two unfortunate consequences. First, at higher RPM there's a shrillness to the V6's sound. It is also where the fuel injection switches from port to direct. Second, all that revving probably doesn't help fuel economy, rendering its better EPA ratings more of a theoretical than a real-world advantage. To be fair to the updated base engine, the old 3.5-litre was just as pokey. Fortunately, Ford makes it easy and affordable to upgrade to the far better and more powerful EcoBoost engines or the V8, and we recommend every F-150 buyer do so. We'll confirm Ford's claims of higher efficiency and see how much quicker the updated engines are when we run the 2018 F-150's variants through our regimen of instrumented tests. Minor updates elsewhere. As for the rest of the truck, Ford has left well enough alone. The existing F-150's interior carries over to 2018, sans any changes beyond a few new color schemes and a classy Kingsville upgrade for the King Ranch model. Now there's an onboard 4G LTE data connection with a Wi-Fi hotspot for the optional Sync 3 infotainment system. Even Top Dog F-150s with 21 and 22-inch wheels ride well. And while the Ford isn't as buttoned down during hard driving as General Motors' well-sorted Silverado and Sierra trucks, its excellent driving position and forward sight lines make it easier to maneuver. For the first time, the F-150 offers adaptive cruise control that can bring the truck to a complete stop in traffic and accelerate again provided each stop lasts fewer than 3 seconds. Forward collision warning with pedestrian detection and automated emergency braking also join the roster. No upgraded full-size pickup worth its salt hits the scene without enhanced capability, an embarrassment the F-150 avoids with a beefier rear axle on the most towing-focused variants that raises its maximum gross combined weight rating GCWR to 18,400 pounds. Maximum towing capacity grows to 13,200 pounds, up by 1,000 pounds, while the highest payload an F-150 can carry remains 3,270 pounds. We'll soon see whether the 2018 F-150 can repeat as a 10 Best Trucks and SUVs winner, too, when it gathers for our competition this fall, but everything we see here indicates it's still a satisfying truck.